The ocean is vast, mysterious, and full of life, and in this video, we're going to take a dive beneath the surface. Today, we're going to break down the 5 oceanic zones that you should know about. The pelagic zone is part of the ocean that's not close to the coast or the ocean floor. Imagine floating in the middle of the sea with no land in sight and thousands of feet of water beneath you. That's the pelagic. And scientists divide this watery wilderness into 5 vertical layers based on depth, light, and pressure. Pelagic comes from the Greek word pelagos, which means open sea. When it comes to the pelagic, this refers to anything related to the open ocean away from the coastline to the seafloor. Essentially, it's the open water column that stretches from sunlight to pitch black abyss. The pelagic is separated into 5 zones, each defined by changes in temperature and pressure with increasing depth, resulting in unique environmental conditions required for life in each zone. The first stop is the Epipelagic zone, also known as the sunlight zone. This is the top 200 meters, about 656 feet, of the ocean, where sunlight penetrates and photosynthesis can occur. It's warm, well lit, and buzzing with life. Think about this zone as the highway of the ocean. The beginning of the life cycle chain begins here with plankton. Plankton bloom here because of the abundance of sunlight, forming the base of the marine food web. Schools of fish like tuna and mackerel zip through the currents of this zone, so here you'll find dolphins, jellyfish, and even sharks patrolling these waters. It's also where most of the ocean's fishing takes place. If we go deeper, we will reach the Mesopelagic zone, or the Twilight zone. This extends from 200 to 1,000 meters. It's referred to as the Twilight zone because sunlight here is faint and too weak for photosynthesis to take place. The water temperatures also begin to drastically drop and pressure rises. However, despite the different conditions in the Mesopelagic than the Epipelagic, many creatures thrive here, like the lanternfish or the bristlemouth fish. These fishes are able to produce their own light through bioluminescence. During nighttime, some Mesopelagic species will vertically migrate to the surface to feed, and then return to the depths by day. This process is a vertical journey that occurs daily and is the largest animal migration on Earth. Next up is the Bathypelagic zone, or the midnight zone. This zone ranges from 1,000 to 4,000 meters deep, and this area is pitch black and near freezing. No sunlight ever reaches here. Here is where we can find more complex and dwell on some of the Earth's most bizarre creatures, like the anglerfish. The anglerfish is known for capturing her prey with its glowing lure and its unique sexual parasitic mating ritual. There's also another species here known as the gulper eel, and this species has a mouth that can gulp prey half its size. With no light and intense pressure, life here is slow-moving, energy efficient, and otherworldly. Now we enter the Abyssopelagic zone, or the abyss, and this area ranges from 4,000 to 6,000 meters. It's near freezing, with pressures over 600 times that at sea level. This zone covers more than 75% of the ocean floor. There's no light and very little food, but yet life continues to persist. You can find species here like sea pigs, giant colossal squid, and other microbial communities that feed on the remains of dead animals falling from above, known as marine snow. Think about it like edible dandruff? Ew.
Oh, gross!
And finally, the last zone is the Hadalpelagic zone, from 6,000 meters to the deepest part of the ocean trenches, like the Mariana Trench, which plunges down to nearly 11,000 meters. This is the least explored, most extreme environment on Earth. Temperatures hover just above freezing, and pressures can crush steel. And once again, life still exists at this depth, with tiny amphipods, crustaceans, bacteria feeding on chemicals, and recently there was a fish that was discovered called the Mariana snailfish that has been able to adapt to this intense pressure world. Understanding the pelagic zones isn't just about knowing where fish live. These zones regulate climate, absorb carbon dioxide, and produce oxygen. They're home to species we've barely discovered, and yet they're still extremely vulnerable. These zones are affected by overfishing, pollution, and climate change. More than 80% of the ocean is still yet to be explored, and scientists continue exploration efforts every day with submarines, ROVs, and sensors, giving us a clearer picture, but we've only scratched the surface of this deep mystery. The pelagic zones remind us that there's still so much to learn about our own planet. From sunlit shallows to the crushing blackness of the trenches, the ocean holds secrets that could reshape how we understand life itself. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And what part of the ocean fascinates you most? Drop it in the comments because we'd love to hear. Thanks for watching.